Hey guys, it's late at night and I'm still wide awake. Do you ever get one of those nights where your mind just won't shut up? So instead of just staring at the ceiling, I thought I'd just talk to you guys instead. Um, and nights like these, I remember myself as a kid just staring at the ceiling. Um, and my worries were the worries of a kid that felt like he didn't belong fully. I was almost like fitting in certain circles, but not fully inside any circle. As a Jewish kid, I grew up in Milan, in Italy, and beautiful city, right? Don't get me wrong on that, of course. But I feel like, I was not fully accepted by my peers who were not Jewish because of this cultural difference. And not even as a religious thing, I'm not a religious person. But for me, my culture is very important to me. And with my Jewish peers, it was also not as smooth as I would have wanted it to be. So, a lot of differences also there because I was not very religious. I always felt there was like something that like kept me outside of circles fully, and for years I've seen it as a curse. um, but it's only later in life when I started creating music and having this introspective, like looking at myself and writing songs. um, when I started to do that, that's when I started to understand that my difference was a blessing, and I started to turn that into a strength in my life. I remember in the cold winter in the north of Italy, um, I remember the smell of rain, the cold, and just walking around the streets with my headphones and, imagining my life as a movie, feeling all those parts that didn't make sense to me in reality, and transforming them into music that would make sense of things that for me didn't really make any sense. So, um, for me, it's very important to know this after years of, looking for approvals from others, understanding that I don't care as much as I cared, obviously. So after years, I understood that I don't need the approval of others as much as I used to. And this is thanks to the fact that I have grown as a person and as a musician. I strengthened myself in ways that really helped me to cope with this sense of, of not feeling comfortable in my own skin at times. And if you feel different, you should know that outsiders have this strength. They can look at everyday things that most people just find normal and mundane, while you can see the beautiful things that everybody forgets to notice. So, years later on, when I was 22, I moved to Israel, and then I felt like a foreigner again, just in a different way. And it was very hard in the beginning. Over time, it got a lot better. But this deep sense of being an outsider in this world remained. And I just feel more aware of myself, of my being in this world, thanks to all of these experiences. Changing country, changing life like that at 22 was a very dramatic leap of faith that I understood only later on how important it was for me and how good of a decision it was. And so, if you're strange, weird, different, stay that way and make those things that make you to be that way even louder, even stronger, because it will bring a lot of benefits to your life. I guarantee you that. Sing it out, dance it out, say it out loud, and it will move you forward in life. So always remember that this is your strength. So, guys, thank you for staying up with me. I'll see you soon.